So then, the male mare with a lazy eye and a meme for a name. Well, okay, that's at least how I perceive her on the surface. Since this is a kind of a character study, you might ask, what's the point in examining a background character with almost no speaking or acting roles? Isn't she there just to fill the space and be an extra? Well, yes. But what made the character special was the fandom itself, and to explain it, it's worth looking into history real quick. It's late 2010, first episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic comes out, and people start to take notice. With quickly growing fandom, not only main characters but also some background ones are receiving love. Arguably most prominent was Derpy, a character that fell victim to one of several animation errors present in episode 1, giving her a lazy eye, and also giving us another thing in common. Fans loved her because she was different. Derpy even at times rivaled a few main 6 characters. Well, okay, when you're up against AJ, it's not much of a competition to begin with. Even now you can hear some older fans jokingly say that AJ is a background pony, so there's that. Still, fans adored the character and so did production team. In fact, they liked her so much they went out of their way to include Derpy's lazy eye in following episodes, which is a kind of story I simply adore. I mean, come on, show's creators embracing a cute detail that everyone enjoys is just cool. Along the way, Derpy gained characteristics of being clumsy and in love with muffins. As the second season rolled around, it was time for Derpy to have some time in the spotlight. In episode 14, named Last Roundup, at the beginning, Derpy finally gets a speaking role. While I personally hated the voice acting there, the scene itself was okay. With that, Rainbow Dash also utters the name Derpy, a nice tip of the hat from the show's creators to fans. But this is where it all went south. While majority adored the scene, there was very small minority that took an umbrage to the name Derpy, saying that it's somehow a derogatory term, similar to retard and alike. Hasbro, not knowing exactly what to do with brony phenomenon and such feedback, decided to edit out some parts and revoicing the scene, leaving fandom in a shock. Mind you, this was a very small minority that took offense, and as many content creators will tell you, we remember negatives a lot more vividly than positives. Plus, Hasbro is a corporation, so knee-jerk reaction is pretty obvious. Fans meanwhile protested, signed petitions, and showed their support for the character in any way possible. There was fear floating around that because of this we would not see Derpy again, but no, thankfully Derpy kept appearing as a background character. Yet our Muffin Mare officially did not receive the name Derpy. In fact, throughout all the merch that's being sold, she's named Ditsy Doo, Muffins, Bubbles, and other names, but nothing sticks. Now, I joined the Hive, Herd, after season 5, and to me this controversy frankly seemed rather dumb. Don't get me wrong, when it comes to artistic expression, I'm somewhat of a purist. I don't care how offensive the artwork might be to some or most, the important thing is the meaning. In this case, I hate to see artists, or in this case artwork, being influenced by its detractors, and a very small portion at that. As I look on the other side of the controversy, the voice work in that scene certainly gave me the retard feels. By which I mean, I can hear how the voice tone and manner could be interpreted as an offensive one, but what Hasbro did was not warranted. Still, what about the name, Derpy? Well, I love it. To me, it's the same as Goofy. You know, Disney's Goofy. In fact, both characters are similar by being clumsy and simple-minded at times. So if these detractors were offended by just the name, I for one don't want to live on this planet anymore. The sheer stupidity that rises whenever people start playing these idiotic word games is amazing. See fans name this mare Derpy. Fans, you know, people that love the character. So tell me, would you ever call anything you love in a genuinely hateful name? Fuck no! Still, as the time moved on, everything seemed fairly stable, with the exception of season 3 ending. But that's for another time. The time came for the 100th episode, and as a wonderful surprise to many, Derpy would be actually sharing the center stage for this one. Sublime voice acting, fun script, and best of all, great execution. The episode had it all. In it, Derpy truly reminded me of Goofy quite a bit, and I'm not alone when saying this. It's nice to see that our male mare is here to stay. As a brief aside, this is a character study, so what about the character itself? Frankly, there's not much to go by other than she's a klutz. Well, in a good way, of course. What surprised me was rather how fandom characterizes her, be that a written story, comic, animation, or even a simple picture. Fans truly love her and recognizes what she symbolizes. A devoted, caring, and diligent person that goes through the life with the best of her abilities. Some would even say that she's an inspirational figure. So, what can we learn from Derpy's story? Well, first is not to give in to your detractors. Taking criticism is a must, but sacrificing your artistic integrity or vision just to satisfy one more sheltered asshole will do you only wrong. Remember, the show itself teaches us to be open-minded, accepting, and understanding. We should not jump to conclusions, and even more so, give things a chance. As for Derpy, a lovely character spawned by a mistake and embraced by all.